Hey, Star Wars action figure collectors, this is Darth Phoenix 619 coming at you with another vid, and this one is called These Are Some of My Favorite Things. Depending on when you're watching this video, I'm currently running a 1,000 subscriber contest slash giveaway. And to be entered, you had to answer a series of questions, which basically revolve around some of your favorite things, some of the things that you enjoy or do. And I've been seeing a lot of great responses with hopefully many more to come. And I wanted to share some of my, interests as well outside of collecting. So this video is probably going to take a while. I really like to share and things that I like with other people. So I might be rambling on. So watch it in parts if you must. But I really enjoyed some of the videos that I've seen, and some of them have been around 12, 18 minutes, and I love every minute of it. So so I'll kind of be showing some of the items off. I don't have everything on me, but I do have most of the things that interest me. So first of all, we'll start off with a favorite Star Wars piece, and mine is more sentimental value than anything, and that is my Lego Slave 1, which was given to me by my wife in 2010 as a birthday present, I think it was. And it was the first Lego set that I have, first Star Wars Lego set that I've gotten ever. Actually, I used to collect Legos when I was a kid, but not very many, but never Star Wars, of course. Star Wars didn't run until 1999. But this is what started off for me. This is what started me getting into collecting Star Wars Lego, and which eventually led to Star Wars action figures. So, great set. I think it stands up very well. Good Boba Fett figure, even though he's been updated. It's a nice Bosk and a Han Solo there in the back, but definitely my favorite piece in my collection for sentimental value, and it's just a cool looking ship. Alright, so on to the next one. Favorite television series. I'm a child of the 80s, so most of my favorite cartoon series were 80s cartoons. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was my all-time favorite when I was a kid. Definitely enjoyed others as well. In the 90s, I was a big fan of the X-Men cartoon. I watched a lot of sitcoms back then. Some of my favorites being Family Matters, Full House. Some of you 90s teenagers might know what I'm talking about. But most of the shows that I watch now are animated shows with little things here and there. I do enjoy Dancing with the Stars, believe it or not. Face Off, The Soup, Modern Family, American Ninja Warrior. Those are shows that my wife and I always look forward to. Ghost Adventures, those are some of the shows that we tend to look forward to every week when they're on. Shows that we watch together, and we watch together religiously for who knows how long. But my all-time favorites are animated shows. The Batman, I really enjoyed this series, and I'm going to say that I even liked it more than the animated series. I know some of you are going to be like, what? I watched the animated series. I did enjoy it when I was young, but this show I enjoyed more. So I have the complete run there. That's just the first one. Really big fan of a lot of the DC programming. Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. These are fantastic. I really enjoy these. I have the first 2 seasons and then the last 2 seasons of Unlimited. Great series. And, I did enjoy Beware the Bat. I think it was called Beware the Batman. Didn't get into Brave and Bold. Oh, and I'm loving the TMNT cartoon right now, and Avatar, just a couple other ones that I've enjoyed. But this is my all-time favorite animated show, period. Teen Titans, the original 2003 run, I think it was. There was 5 seasons and a movie, animated movie, and I have the entire run. And I've watched each one of these episodes maybe 10 times. I love this show. The music, the animation, the comedy, the action, just fantastic. I just loved Teen Titans. My little one likes Teen Titans Go. I like that show. It's funny. It's quirky. It has nothing on the old one, but it's nice to see my daughter enjoying these characters. So, on to the next question. So, next we have favorite movies. Now, I love movies, and before I started collecting action figures and Legos, most of what I collected throughout high school, my college years, after graduating college, has been movies and music. Now, I still buy music and movies, not as much as I used to, but tons of movies in my collection. Maybe one of these days I'll show them all off. So it was really hard to really think of movies that some of my favorites. But I guess my all-time favorite is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You know, just being a big fan when I was a kid and collecting the toys. This movie is just fantastic. I mean, the second one's cool, the third one, eh. And I'm looking forward to the new one that's coming out. I'm looking forward to watching that. But this is an all-time classic for me, and I can watch this 20,000 times. But these are very close to being, you know, as I enjoy these as much as I do Ninja Turtles. Pacific Rim, probably my favorite current movie. I love this. My wife and I saw it in IMAX 3D. We've seen it maybe like 5 times together. Now, I said in my original video that Star Wars, I know most of us are favorite. I mean, I gotta go with Star Wars. This is what got me into my passion for collecting, and I can watch these 1,000 times over. And Return of the Jedi is probably my favorite of the 6. This one, which I know another person on the community loves, Labyrinth. I love this movie. I see it once or twice every year. I saw it as a kid, and it just left an impact on me. The music, the characters, I think it still stands the test of time. I love Labyrinth. I love Tim Burton movies. Just about everything he's come out with. You know, there's a couple exceptions, but of all the Tim Burton movies, Batman Returns is my favorite. Definitely like his 2 versions of Batman more so than anything else, including the Nolan ones. I don't like those movies, believe it or not. Love superhero movies, of course. X-Men being one of my favorites. This is the trilogy, and I enjoyed First Class. I enjoyed the Wolverine movies. So I definitely like pretty much a lot of superhero movies that are related to Marvel mostly. Lord of the Rings, the extended edition. My wife and I have actually had marathons with the extended edition. We've done, I think, 2 or 3 times where we'll watch all of the movies. I think one time we did it in one sitting. So definitely some of my favorites. And last but not least, Jackie Chan movies. This is my favorite Jackie Chan movie, The Legend of Drunken Master. I owe like 40 Jackie Chan films with I still need a couple more to get in my collection. But just about everything he's done, I love. You know, his new ones, not so much, but a lot of what he did in the early 2000s, 90s, and especially 80s. I just love Jackie Chan. So, there we go with movies. On to the next one. Alright, next we have video games. Now, I've been a gamer since the Atari days, and I've owned a lot of the systems that have come out, especially the ones for Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox. I was never truly into Sega, but I've definitely been a gamer for a very long time. And I have an NES that I bought, I don't know, about 10 years ago. It still works. So, some of my favorites on that one are Ninja Turtles, the arcade game, which I got on the Xbox Live Arcade, but not as good. And recently, one of my favorites that I got as a kid, Super Mario Bros. 3, so it's been awesome to play this one. You know, I do like the Super Nintendo a lot. Had a lot of good favorites on that one, but most of my favorites are current. And to RPGs, Final Fantasy X is my all-time favorite RPGs. Lost Odyssey is another good one. Shadow Hearts. Love this game. Red Dead Redemption. They need a sequel, and quick. 100% completion. Can play that all day. The Gears of War series. I still don't have Judgment, but I have 1, 2, and 3. So I love Gears of War, and I'm not too much of a shooter guy at all. Most of my favorite video games are fighting games or RPGs. Do love my Lego Star Wars, though. This one and the other one before are really cool, and I enjoy the Marvel Lego game too. So got 100% on that one as well. Ratchet and Clank, probably my favorite PlayStation game. One of the reasons I got a PS3 was just to play this one, and the sequel's also really good. Just love Ratchet and Clank. Here's a very popular one in the community, Batman. Enjoyed the first one. Arkham City is my favorite. Still playing through Origins though, but such a great game. Can play that for hours. Knights of the Old Republic. Now this is the second one. I do enjoy the second one. I love the first one. I don't have the first one. I don't know what happened to it. I need to get that game again, but fantastic. But my all-time favorite video game, which I've been playing for years, actually ranked in the top 200 in one of these iterations a long time ago, is Guilty Gear. This is X2 Reload, which is probably my favorite. I've been playing X and Core on the Xbox Live Arcade. Third one's being released. I'm so excited for it to come out. This is my all-time favorite game. I still go online. I can just let it run in the background, and hopefully sooner or later someone will pop up. But I'm meeting new people who still play that game. So there are my video game favorites. Now music. I enjoy a few different genres. I grew up on 90s alternative, which I still enjoy listening to. Some hip hop, Cypress Hill, Wu-Tang, some of my two of my favorite hip hop bands. Do enjoy classical. I do enjoy movie scores, video game scores, but my all-time favorite kind of music is heavy metal. I'm a huge metal fan, but one of my favorite artists who's not metal, she's alternative, and I still buy her albums, is Tori Amos. This is actually her video collection. Started listening to her back in the early 90s. You know, she just released a new album, which I really like, and she's just so talented. I mean, I just love Tori Amos. You know, still missing actually like one of her 20 albums or so, but she's fantastic. I just really enjoy her. She's a piano player. She writes her own songs. She's multi-talented. But yes, I'm a big heavy metal fan. I like speed metal, I like classical metal, thrash, deathcore, death metal, black metal, just melodic, probably my favorite kind of metal. And here are just some of my favorite bands. Probably my all-time favorite band is Soulfly. The lead singer is from a group called Sepultura from back in the 80s, early 90s. I've seen these guys like 5 times in concert. Really, really love Soulfly. Just, you know, they bring some tribal music into their metal. It's just awesome stuff. Epica, which is symphonic metal. The lead singer, Gail Simone. I don't know if there's a picture of her in here. Oh, there she is. Beautiful. I saw this band in concert once, and just a beautiful operatic, am I saying it right? Opera voice. And then there's the other lead singer who has that more death metal sort of, and they just mix in classical with death metal, which is just fantastic. Dream Theater, which is more progressive. You know, these are guys who've been at it for a very long time. A lot of albums, just great progressive metal. It can be very calm and relaxing, and, you know, heavy at the same time. Arch Enemy, who I've seen a couple times. This is melodic death. Wonderful group. They just got a new singer who's talented as well, but I'm a big fan of their older singer, Angelo Gossow. And last but not least, the Black Dahlia Murder. And Dahlia is the inspiration for my daughter's name. I usually tell people she's named after the flower, but she's named after this band, which I know is after famous murder or whatnot. But these guys are melodic death, great stuff. You know, I actually got to meet them and get their autograph. I have their autographs in my room, my toy room. So fantastic. So just a big metalhead. On to the next one. Books. I love books. I do read. It's actually been a while since I've been reading. I've been reading a lot more comics recently, especially X-Men, Gen 13, Justice League, Teen Titans, Star Wars comics. Love comic books. I don't like trade paperbacks. I like to collect the single issues. So I've been reading a lot of comic books. But some of my favorites novels, Lord of the Rings, of course. I actually read this before. I used to have all the 3 single books, but just got this recently as a gift, and you know, really enjoyed the book. I just read it before I saw the movie, so you know, the book is better, but the movies, of course, are fantastic. Darth Plagueis. I haven't read too many Star Wars novels, but this is my favorite so far. Though I've heard good things about Bane. I actually really enjoy young adult. Percy Jackson. This series is fantastic. The movies, not so much, but the books. I mean, this is the 5th one, and there's another series which I haven't really read yet, but definitely recommend that. This one is a fantastic. This is the 3rd one. This is called The Looking Glass Wars. And this is called Arch Enemy. It's basically a very sort of fantasy. Well, not that Alice in Wonderland isn't already fantasy, but they just really give it a twist. It's just almost like a Star Wars type twist with there's bounty hunters, these cool, almost like action hero type. You know, the Hatter has like a hat that when he throws it becomes like a blade, or well, I don't know. It's so cool. Like, this needs to be made into a movie if done right. But that's a great series. It's a 3-part series. I'm a Harry Potter fan, so loved all these books. I read like the first 3 in one day. Fablehaven, probably my favorite novel series as of now. This is the 2nd book, and there's like 5 of these. Great great series. Very just fantasy. And another one is The Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel. This is a 6-part series. Another great, just I enjoy fantasy books, especially the young adult ones, because they just really mix it up with different fantasy elements. All right, so those are my books. So the last two things I'll just talk about. I have really nothing to show, but let's see, YouTube channels. Besides, of course, the channels that I enjoy within our community, Beyond the Trailer, which I mentioned in my 1,000 some contest / giveaway video, is one of my favorite. Just Grace Randolph. She talks. She reviews trailers, reviews films, talks about box office. Just really interesting lady. I really value her opinion. I look forward to videos from that channel. Bat in the Sun, which I definitely recommend. They show what they call superhero beatdowns, where it's like one character versus another character, and actual live action, which actually pretty good effects. They've had Batman versus Deadpool. They had Wolverine versus the Predator alien. Recently, they had the White Power Ranger, played by Jason David Frank, against Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. It's just a really cool channel. But those are probably the two I really enjoy. Clever movies I watch here and there. It's another good one. And yeah, a lot of the channels I watch are community collecting type videos, Star Wars, Marvel, things like that. And then finally, in pastimes that don't really involve collecting, I do like to travel. When I get the opportunity. My wife and I have been to various parts of Mexico. We've been to Europe. We've been to the Caribbean, Hawaii, different parts in the U.S. We really like to travel. It's kind of slowed down a bit since our daughter was born, but we're starting to pick it up again. So that's exciting that we're finally starting to travel a little bit more. Really enjoy reading. Like I mentioned, I do read a lot. We like to go shopping. I mean, not just toy tiny, but we do like to go shopping. Going to different restaurants. That's a hobby for us. We definitely like going out. I work in education, so a lot of my time is dedicated to education. So that's my profession, and I really enjoy that, and that gets me really tired. I do find some time to work out here and there. I do enjoy volleyball. That's actually probably one of the few sports that I do like to play. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, a lot of my hobbies, I do game here and there. I do like watching YouTube videos. I do like making the videos, and that's spending time with family. Of course, a lot of my time is dedicated to family. Conventions, I love going to conventions and things like that. Hitting up comic book shops. So that's pretty much it, you guys. So I hope you've learned a little bit more about me. I've definitely enjoyed learning more about you guys, not just the video response, but even in the comments. Just reading the comments on that video has been a real treat. So until next time, you guys, may the force be with you.